Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, and I'm here with my brother as we play Tropical Merfolk in this modern competitive league. We're going to make Tropical Merfolk great again. But before we get into that, we're going to thank our sponsor, the manabase.com. If you need a new deck in your cavalry, you're going to want to check out The Knights of the Living Dead by Michael Shapiro in his series, The Modern Musings, on themanabase.com, your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So we're on the play here, and we can't cast any of these things. We can cast like Spell Pierce and then Spreading Seas, but that's about it. I mean, we could Spreading Seas our own land, but you know what? I think we should mulligan.
Bad.
You think this is bad?
Terrible.
We're up against Fine's Poo. Spell Pierce into Spreading Seas. We draw a card. Doesn't feel like we're doing anything.
Mutavaults are attackers.
Alright, my brother has convinced me. It's close. Hopefully our opponent doesn't play Fetch Land Go. That would be terrible. The Mutavaults are attackers.
2/2s. That ain't nothing.
Maybe we're up against Merfolk. We can Spell Pierce the Ether Vial, and hopefully they're just completely done for. No! They didn't do anything. Ooh, Ether Vial. Oh man, that was like the top deck of top decks. And we still have Spell Pierce up. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just as planned. And we've got and the Mutavaults, they're attackers. I don't think we're going to attack with them this turn. We'll just pass. I want to keep the Spell Pierce up for Breach or maybe Blood Moon. Because if I attack with it, well, yeah, I don't want to let our opponent use their mana. Because if we attack with the Mutavault, they're just going to kill it. They're just going to kill it. It's not a big deal. It's not good. And I don't want to burn the Spell Pierce on a piece of removal when, all this stuff is redundant. So we're going to wait for a moment where our opponent is going to tap out. And then after that, then we're going to get him. And I probably should keep the Harbinger just in case our opponent plays an Emrakul and we have to bounce it back to their hand.
Emrakul?
Oh yeah,
That's what you're up against?
Could be. I'm going to keep passing. I'm going to keep passing. Our hand is pretty good against Electrolyze. Alright, let's start playing stuff. Another Spell Pierce. Two fetch lands, and they weren't cracked, so I'm under the impression our opponent is
a fool.
And we're not going to put a Lord in play. We're going to play at instant speed as much as possible. But their hand is gas, is what I'm trying to say. Their hand is gas. Hand is good against Cryptic Command, that's for sure. Okay. They're going to loot. They're going to dump the Emrakul. You see that? You see? There's the Emrakul.
Jeez.
As predicted. I know what I'm doing. So, but they are a Blood Moon deck. They are a Blood Moon deck. I feel like maybe we should have put the Lord in play last when they tapped out, because now they can try to electrolyze this Lord, and I don't really have Spell Pierce up. Oh, play another Lord of Atlantis. I guess I could have diversified the creatures. Sure, we can't really do anything about that.
You couldn't spell pierce that? You couldn't spell pierce the bolt?
Well, I could, but they would just pay for it. So it does not change very much. So I would like an island. Would not be bad. Not an island. Just not an island. Interesting thing is, like, they only have one red source, so Spreading Seas is business. Spreading Seas is business.
Put it out there.
Well, then I tap out. Don't really want to do that. So if they play Snapcaster Mage, ooh, that's interesting. So I'm going to Vial in the Master of the Pearl Trident. Ooh, they're going to target themselves. Okay, that's fine. Got rid of Blood Moon. That's interesting, because Blood Moon's sort of doing business to them. Hit them for 7. We're going to have lethal by next turn. Merfolk.
You're still at a very comfortable 20.
Very comfortable. And they can't play... Well, maybe they can play Through the Breach. One... How many things would get dumped? They could play Breach. If they have Simian Spirit Guide, they could pay for the Spell Pierce. Well, looks like that's not happening, though. So they can now pay for Spell Pierce with Cryptic Command. That is a possibility. Let's go to our attack. I'm not going to try to threaten lethal. And maybe I'm not even going to attack. They play Snapcaster Mage Bolt. That's not good.
Use your Mutavolts. 2, 4... No, 3, 6...
I guess I could have attacked with 1 Mutavault. I could have. Oh. Anyway, I'm just going to pass the turn. We can Vial in a Harbinger. And then hardcast another Harbinger. Not pleasant, but nothing I can do about that. Yeah, I'm regretting my play. I should attack with 1 Mutavault. Put them down to like 4. Still relevant. It's relevant. Ugh, I've got a lot of mana now. The second main phase Scalding Tarn. Now you play Blood Moon. So if I Spell Pierce this... I guess it's not that relevant. Actually, I think we just win because of this. Because the shields are down now. We can flash in Harbinger. We can Vial in another Harbinger. They already play... I think they played their land for the turn. And they can't use any removal on our creatures. We're going to untap. We're going to have Spell Pierce for Cryptic Command. Oh, do you know what, though? This is Desolate Lighthouse is going to turn into a mountain. I missed that. That's a thing. That is a thing. So let's hope our opponent doesn't have any mana. Or sorry, let's hope our opponent doesn't like have a removal, Electrolyze or Lightning Bolt or something like that. So they don't have Electrolyze, otherwise they would have done that before I played the Lord of Atlantis. And I think we're in the clear. Well, they could still do something with the lighthouse. Well, with the mountain here. Let's try to draw an island so we can double protect our Lord of Atlantis. Sort of looks like they just don't have anything, to be honest. They're not playing as if they have something. Branch Walker, which can only be played with Ether Vial. I'm just going to go for the win. The best I can. If they Bolt Lord, block Harbinger, it's not the end of the world. They're at a really low life total. That is definitely not what I... Didn't see that coming, but whatever. They didn't see this coming. All right. So that's the second. So that's another. This is another Blood Moon deck we're up against. Okay, so we could bring in a few gut shots. Let's gut shot kills Snapcaster Mage. It kills Vendilion Click. We're definitely gonna bring in negates. Definitely gonna take out Wire Trap Weaver. This thing is trash. We can take out Spreading Seas. This is pretty poor. Bring in some relics because it's a Snapcaster Mage deck. Gotta keep all these lands and vials. I guess we're just not gonna bring in the gut shots. Just leave it at that. Is there anything else I want to take out? I don't think so. Submit. Pay $10, counter any spell.
Pay $10, cast Emerald Cool.
$200 tutor for any card in Magic and put it into your hand.
Maybe I'll just add that as my part of my turn. $10 to cast Emerald Cool.
And it goes to the prize pool.
Yeah, no, it just goes to my pocket.
This hand is not great, but it's not like something I want
to.
It's not something I want to throw away.
It's the best
I'm sort of in a situation to... But do you know what? Like, I forgot about our plan. Plan is, like, bring in all the negates, all the relics, and, like, take out the green creatures. So I forgot our sideboard strategy, that is the strategy. Let's get rid of all these green cards so that we're not so vulnerable to Blood Moon. Because right now I'm in a situation where if I don't play anything, I'm not adding to the board. So I have to play something. I don't want to keep passing the turn because every single land drop our opponent makes is a huge win for them. We could end up getting Blood Moon here. So while Weaver, not a very good card in this matchup, still is a creature that we can cast through Blood Moon. We'll put the Branch Walker into our graveyard because we really need land. We are much more interested in lands. Fortunately, we were not punished. Vendilion Click. Okay. Me or you? Me. Well, my hand's pretty redundant, so sure.
Those fairies have defected to the enemy.
Yeah.
They work for him now.
All of them. How did they divide one toughness among 3 creatures? You tell me that. You tell me that. They said, okay, I can keep my hand, which is not good news. That's a spot where if we take out all the green creatures, maybe we're gonna bring in some gut shots. I think I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna crack Relic at end of turn. We'll keep up Negate for Blood Moon and comboing off.
Is it like against the rules to just start advertising to your opponent in the chat?
What?
Just advertise to them. Like you're playing the game, but you're like giving them URLs to stuff and.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do that.
Is that against the rules?
Well, do you know what? We cannot do anything but like pray. It's basically that's where we are. That's where we're at right now. I can't pass the turn. Just hope our opponent doesn't. Well, I mean, even if they played through the breach, I mean, we're not stone dead. We have a pretty low curve. Oh man, we're not dead. It's amazing. Amazing! I love it.
Attack with a Mutavault.
No, I don't want to tap out. I want to tap out my negates. Alright, we're going to have them one at a time. Command Speaker is going to be on Curse Catcher duty. And then when we get the second land, we can start flashing in Harbinger of the Tides. Still not going to play anything. Our opponent is also not going to play anything. They might have like a bunch of Snapcaster Mages in hand. Maybe they've got like a bunch of Anger of the Gods that they just don't want to burn on one creature. Also, I'm gonna be patient with this Relic, because if they do have Snapcaster Mage, you know, we want to keep this Relic of Progenitus. But at this rate, maybe they will hard cast Emrakul at some point. Sure, we'll let them use Opt. Is this at their draw step? No, it's at their main phase. Put a card on the bottom with Opt. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. We'll fight over this one. Pretty sure. Or maybe not. I don't know. They've got like no. I guess they sided out all their counter spells. Whoops! We didn't attack for one.
Game over.
I have my.
Game over.
I have my tea in my hand. So if we lose by 1 point of damage, that'll be concerning. Sure. I don't like them playing these cards, but I don't want them to play Blood Moon either. Bottom, bottom. Uh-oh, Desolate Lighthouse. That's not good news. My kingdom for an island. My kingdom for an island. And I'm just going to dump a negate. That's okay.
I'd get rid of a Harbinger before I got rid of a Negate.
Well, we can't play all these things. Like, at most, we can play, like, 2 negates. Wow, our opponent might be, like, really flooding out, and we're doing the opposite. Explosives on 1. We are going to attempt to counter this. Because it is devastating. It is quite devastating. It is a 3-for-1. Gotcha. So we're going to get hit hard, but it won't be over. One, two, three, four, five, six. That sucks, because that's exactly what the Annihilator is. So let's draw a card off of Relic. Oh, great. They lose this thing. It's our turn now. Another Ether Vial would be nice. So we needed that island before, so we can make use of our negates. Our beautiful negates.
Could you have negated the Through the Breach?
Yes, if I had enough mana to hold up for both. I would say we are super far behind. Our opponent has just too much mana, a lot of cards in hand, Desolate Lighthouse to sculpt their hand.
Emrakul still showing her worth in 2017.
I don't regret how I played. Don't regret at all, because like if we were tapping out earlier, I think we would have just gotten killed by Through the Breach Emrakul earlier. What do they want to do? Play Click or something? I think they know most of our hand anyway.
Junk.
Yeah, it's all rubbish. Bolt me.
You could just resign. Save the time. What do you think you're going to do?
And Snapcaster. Okay. Yeah, well, I will resign. We will save the time. Let's go back to the sideboard. And Water Trap Weaver actually is relevant because if we vial this thing in, we can tap down an Emrakul. Or we can tap it even before they attack, so the Annihilator trigger doesn't happen. Bring in this. How good is Ceremonious Rejection? It can counter Engineered Explosives. That's about it. I don't want Commander Speaker. This is too much trouble. What are you doing? I'll take out 2 Branch Walkers for 2 Gutshot. It kills Snapcaster Mage and it kills Vendilion Click, and that's good enough for me. There we go. Now this is much more in line with my plan. Sure. Hand's vulnerable to Electrolyze, but whatever. So I'll probably play the Breeding Pool into Flooded Strand, and I'll quickly fetch out an island so that we aren't weak to Blood Moon. There's definitely something to be said if we keep running into Blood Moon decks, you know. Why are we suffering so much? Why not just play mono blue? Master of Waves is good against those decks.
Oh, yeah.
And how do we play Master Waves and Water Trap Weaver at the same time? How do we do it? Serum Visions. What do you see? What do you see? $15. Counter uncounterable spells. Change the text from like... You can change the numbers on things by like 2 units. From Scry 2 to Scry 0. Whoever has the deepest wallet wins.
CEO of Hasbro, I see.
Water Trap Weaver. Not going to trap many things at the moment. But it could. Mountain. Bolt my Silver Gill Adept. Fine. I'm not in super danger of dying to Through the Breach, so I'll tap out here. If they play Blood Moon, I'm fine with that too. And they're sort of playing like they do have Blood Moon. Like, it just hits our Mutavault. I mean, I'm not thrilled about it, but you know, I'll live with it. Turns off their desolate lighthouse. Another negate. 3 negates again. The mushroom Jace negate.
That's Jace down there? That's Jace.
That's Jace. I don't see how it's an advantage to have this really long coat, you know, that like stretches like that. Opt. Probably a very good card in this deck.
Don't you use it? It's blue.
A lot of people say, why don't we use it? Well, no. That's why. You don't need any more explanation than that. Thank you. The reason why we don't play the card is no.
You should play with Progenitus too.
With enough Cavernous Souls, we can make anything happen.
You should just make a whole deck that revolves around these heavy hitters. Emrakul, Progenitus.
Well, if our opponent is suffering on lands, what did they do at the last opt? They put it on top, but they could have put an opt on top. Let's see. You gonna play a land or not?
It's a title for Dr. Seuss book. Opt on top.
Ooh, Spell Pierce, not bad.
You got counter spells for days.
Yes, I do. I think I'm going to attack for 2 and just hard cast a Water Trap Weaver. We can make use of the Spell Pierce. Do we want to have this up? Maybe we don't. We'll keep the Breeding Pool up just in case we're threatening. Maybe in their mind we're threatening some 1 green mana spell or something like that. Fog! And Emrakul isn't going to hit us as hard as you think it will. Fog it. And next turn, we've got Negate. We can attack with Mutavault, Silver Gill Adept, Water Trap Weaver, and hold up, Negate, and Spell Pierce.
What the heck are you saying?
I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
What a tweep rap.
Let's get more lands out of our deck. Let's attack. Let's attack with everything. Why not? Let's try to make use of these negates too. The last thing we want to do is lose the game with negates in our hand. That would be terrible.
Whatever he's gonna do, he's gonna try to do it now.
Absolutely. Oh, that's one. We hit him for 6. It's a pretty decent chunk of damage, and we traded a negate for that. Oh no!
He can pay the one.
I didn't think about this card. Okay. Spell Pierce doesn't do anything here. Whoopsie doodle. Whoopsie doodle. I don't know what the correct Merfolk. I don't know what the correct order of any of this is.
You should crack that thing right now.
It's in my hand.
Yeah, I know.
It's difficult.
Play.
But I'm gonna keep attacking. If they play Snapcaster Mage, whatever, that's fine. Relic of the Progenitus.
Ugh.
Alright, let's see if this Mutavault can go the distance.
Cavern of Souls should be able to attack. For like 1.
Cavern of Souls?
I mean, if it's filled with like ethereal.
That would. Oh man, they're running out of room to like put like the text for something like that. That sometimes is a problem for the designers of the cards. Like they just have too many words and they have to take stuff out. Words matter.
Well, they could express these things with symbols, and then
Maybe one. Yeah. Well, they already do that with things.
yeah, well, they could do it with more.
They don't specifically say
They could
tap 2 mana. They say they have the blue symbol and the colorless symbol. So this relic's gonna do the best work it's ever done in its life. Get to work, relic. 1 card at a time. Master of the Pearl Trident. Attack
plus 1
for
that
2.
Vault. Two turn clock plus 1 the Mutavault.
Well, we'll play it. But I don't think I'm going to attack with Mutavault. Because if I want to save it, I have to use a negate, so I think I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to pass. It's a 2-turn clock with Mutavault. If I try to back it up with negates and spell pierces. Roast. That's a sorcery speed removal spell. I'm gonna fight over this. We have a 2-turn clock, and we have a lot of counter backup too. Tight game, tight game, tight game. Ooh, another Lord of Atlantis. Some chance we just win right now. Play the cryptic command. You know you want to play the cryptic command. What to do? I could attack with the Mutavault and the Master Pearl Trident, but I can only hold up one counter spell.
Doesn't just attack with the Pearl Master Pearl Trident. Put him down to 3. What kind of magic does he got?
Anger
for 4 mana.
Counter it. Spell Pierce. Okay, if you play a land, you can anger. I negate. You remand. You can even pay for Spell Pierce. Is it that big of a deal? What did you say?
Well, what can he play for 4 mana? Max.
Yeah, that's a good question. So what am I afraid of if I activate this Mutavault? I guess I'm afraid of Lightning Bolt. I negate it. They, like, use some counterspell, like Dispel, which they could bring in.
Just swing for 6.
Like the shields will be down next turn.
Swing for 6.
I'll just swing for 3. It would be for 7, by the way. I can beat Snapcaster Mage. I can beat that.
There's the bolt. Save him. Because you do need him.
Not really. I just don't know how long I can hold on to this Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce could end up dying. Okay, I'm gonna let this go. Yeah, we'll let this go. And pass. We still have a 2-turn clock. Though, okay, we have to crack this. But in response, opponent might use Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Bolt, Lord of Atlantis? That's a thing.
There he is.
Or maybe they'll even use Roast.
He should not be allowed to do this.
No, the guy has 2 bolts, so they might even go for Opt. Who knows?
You use Relic, he should have no access to his graveyard.
1, 2, 3, 5. Spell Pierce is running out of room here. It's gonna go for Bolt. I will negate this. Otherwise, we have like no way of. We're running out of ways to win this game. Oh, we drew a Sanctum. Great.
Man is mana.
If we draw a Lord, we win. We draw the Lord! We're gonna fist pump this thing to victory. It's all over, people. It's all over. Thank you very much for playing. You're just another Blood Moon deck in the dust.
In a galaxy of garbage.
Yeah, in a galaxy of garbage, there is your Blood Moon. We have done it again. We have beaten yet another Blood Moon deck. Is Simic so weak to Blood Moon? Well, who knows? Maybe they sided them out. I don't know. I don't care. We played around it perfectly. We had all the tools, and we got there. We screwed up sideboarding in Game 2, but we made sure we sideboarded properly for Game 3. Our opponent has disconnected in disgrace. Even that just adds to the victory. So we're going to thank all our patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank themanabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Tropical Merfolk in Modern.